Hello everybody, I'm TychoCelchuuu and welcome to a Men of War Assault Squad 2 video, which is a 2v2 fight between myself and Graf Z, person I don't know, and two enemies, mashed potatoes and gravy and potato crisps. I suspect maybe they know each other because they both have potato related names, but it's tough to know these sorts of things. And this is on the train map, which we're definitely going to be talking about as this video progresses. I have things to say about the train map, or I suppose it's the tram map. They're not really trains, they're trams. But that's this map. It's sort of an urban area with a large tram station in the middle. And we are the United States, and our opponents are the Germans.
Got it, sir.
And it's kind of an interesting capture point setup here. There's one fairly close to me here on the left. Now it's on the right because I rotated the camera. There's one fairly close to me. There's one up here. Interesting choice, by the way, my opponent going for this bike. These things are kind of fragile. You notice I just shot the driver off. And it would be good to maybe shoot the gunner off if some of my people could do this, and they're trying, but I guess he's a little hard to hit because the bike blocks a lot of the shots on the body, so they have to aim for like the upper torso, and they're doing some damage, but he's got a machine gun there, so he's able to keep my people suppressed. He's almost dead though. Look at that tiny sliver of health. Tiny sliver of health. I hope he dies soon. Is he gonna die soon? Notice the micro here. I'm moving those to hurt people back so that they don't get shot, and for some reason this guy isn't firing. It turns out it's because he's carrying a Tommy gun, and that guy's just too far away. I knew that my opponent was going to try and do that, so I had one guy with a Tommy gun there, so I sent another one. Here is me forgetting the button to highlight items. It's C, not Z or X. Because I'm an idiot. So this is cool. This guy is Kevin Thomas. He's the squad leader of the squad, so when he picks up this rifle, he's just as good with the rifle as he is with the Tommy gun, so that'll make him more accurate than if I had told Ralph Gray here to pick up the rifle, but clearly it doesn't matter because I can't kill this guy anyways. It looks like so. That's unfortunate. It means I can't capture this point. My ally, meanwhile, not able to capture either the middle or the right. I realize now that I should maybe be helping out in the middle. I should think about doing that, especially if I'm not going to be able to capture this point. So, I figure let's get an M20. The M20 will be able to deal with the bike, no problem. If I had been thinking also, I would have taken this opportunity to shoot the bike, because there's only one guy there, so while he's driving he can't fire. And in fact, while he's driving, he's not aimed in the right direction to fire, so he can swap instantly though, which makes it sort of tough to shoot him. I'm trying to AT grenade the thing, but my guy refuses to do that when I click on the bike. So I'm trying to get this guy to AT grenade the thing, but I'm controlling it manually, and that's just not happening. I just get mowed down instantly. So anyways, I do have this M20 finally here. It's not able to take out the bike because the bike is left. And I notice, look, the Germans are capturing this point, so there's got to be someone in the capture zone. I don't see anybody in the capture zone, but there's got to be someone there. So let's just go into direct control and just perforate some bushes. And look, he's dead. So that was a good guess, and now the capture zone is going down again, so when my guy finally gets there, you can do some stuff. By the way, buying this M20 is also going to let me do some damage in the middle, because it can sort of see through the gap in the wall over to the right, so maybe I can shoot some people there. My ally, meanwhile, moving up forward to try and capture his or her point, and so there's a lot of enemy infantry behind this wall, which I guess is just high enough, or just low enough, whatever, for them to fire over, which is pretty annoying. For me. My M20 is sort of helping to keep them suppressed, and also helping Michael, whatever his name was. And this guy's name is Robert Robinson. I think if, well, he's dead now, so it doesn't matter. But I think if I had a kid and my last name were Robinson, I don't know if I'd choose Robert, because then they would be like Rob Robertson. He said Rob Robinson. I don't know. Maybe it'd be kind of funny, but I probably shouldn't. So fuck, it's a Goliath, run away, run the fuck away. I just watched a Kanal, K-A-N-A-L. It's a Polish film about the Warsaw Uprising against the Germans and the people in the Warsaw Ghetto. And there's a Goliath in that film, so that's exciting. This is what a Goliath does. It's kind of bullshit. The M20 can't aim down, so it just fucking gets killed. I have managed to take the point on the left though, and my ally is taking the point on the right. So now we have the majority of the points on this map. I just have to try and hold the left and maybe take the middle. The middle being something my ally appears not to have assaulted, just like I appear not to have assaulted it. So good on our opponents for capturing the middle when we haven't done anything. Looks like my ally is now finally moving into it, as am I, with Gary Morgan, the submachine gunner. Approaching the middle is sort of tough. There's a ton of cover to get fairly close, but the final last dash is sort of annoying. And once they're set up in the middle and they got some infantry there, things are obviously irritating. So I have this heavy machine gun over here. I'm just right now using it to protect the point and to get some damage on these people behind the wall, or I suspect just just the guy in the gap between the wall and the other thing, because it's the only thing the machine gun can hit. I don't think 30 cal can penetrate that sort of wall there, but I'm like, maybe I can shoot these guys too with the machine gun. Let's just back it up a bit. Set it up here. Wait, no, actually I can't turn to the right enough. Let's back it up again some more. Let's set it up here. Actually, no, now it looks like there's the wall in the way, so let's go forward a bit and set it up here. And I guess there's someone over there, so I'll let him shoot. And boom, now it's shooting to the right and doing some huge damage. It keeps like switching back and forth. And so what I could do is I could either give it an attack order, and then it would fire at whoever I want it to fire, or I could direct control and do that. But I think this is really funny. I'm just watching it going fucking like back and forth, left and right, and I'm like, well, okay, whatever, just do whatever you want. I'll let you sort of do that thing. And then now I'm giving it attack orders because I want to wipe out those guys in the middle. But I don't know, I thought it was kind of amusing. It was going back and forth, keeping multiple groups of people suppressed. I am mowing down this entire squad, which is unfortunate for my opponent, but there's no other place for them to hide, so that's helpful. Unfortunately, my ally on the right seems to be losing that point. Now I'm not direct controlling. Now I'm direct controlling, because I think I'm going to be more efficient with ammo usage. I fire in shorter bursts, and it does always seem to be slightly more accurate when you fire in direct control. And oh shit, it's a Goliath! Shit, shoot the thing! Oh, you fuck, you can't aim that, you fucking, and it just drives over me, like vaporizing. Not just the machine gun, but the two men on the machine gun. I'm like, what the shit is that? What is that? That shouldn't even be able to happen. The Goliath is a tiny piece of shit. It should not be able to run over a machine gun, let alone vaporize the machine gun and the two people manning it. If in real life you see that thing coming for you, you'd be like, well, better pick up the machine gun. And my opponent's like, I ran it over, as if my what the fuck was like, what actually happened? Well, no, I know what happened. I'm just like unhappy about the fact that it can happen. Anyways, my opponent has managed to take the right, and I'm taking the middle now, if you're watching the point. And so the points are 9 for us and 15 for the opponents, and it's 125 to win. So we're crawling back in there, getting some work done. We're almost pulling even with them, but now I'm losing the thing on the left, so that's bad. That's okay, I'm taking the thing in the middle, so that's good. I'm trying to set up in the middle too, but I don't have a lot of infantry here. I should maybe move my infantry that are back supporting the middle more into the middle, especially because they don't have much of a very good view on the middle right now, but I'm worried about losing them, because if you put them in the middle, that's like a death zone. Not that it's super dangerous inherently, but it's dangerous because your opponent's going to be attacking it, so I figure I want infantry reserves back there to keep things. My opponent is... I feel like my opponent has a better setup here in the middle versus me. My opponent has this this concrete wall. Maybe it's a brick wall, I don't know, I can't tell. I'm sure it's made out of bricks. That's what they would have made walls out of back then. Which is just really helpful because the infantry can stand up in it and fucking kill things. But so I buy an M8, the goal being to obliterate this wall, because the M8 can fire HE shells, but my opponent has bought a Stug almost at the same time. So I'm like, well, shit, run away, run the fuck away, get the fuck out of here, you're dead. So that was really unfortunate for me. I did manage to get some infantry up there, but he's gonna get mowed down. Yeah, so now there's this Stug I gotta deal with. And this is when we still have the majority of points on the map though, by the way. I should have also moved those crewmen away from the M8 earlier because it was on fire. But I didn't think about that, and they were alive and they could have run away, but it exploded eventually, so I lost some people that I didn't need to lose. So that's a tip. Always run away from your abandoned vehicles. Anyways, now we can start talking about this map and also the factions that we're playing as. I'm the United States, The opponent is the Germans, and the Germans get the assault gun. The Stug 3, I don't know how to say 3 in German. It's like ein... I think ein is 1. Maybe is dry 3 dry? Ein something dry? Ein 2 dry? I don't know. That's the Stug 3. And, well, okay, I knocked the... Okay, so... Okay, I was gonna say this map is very narrow and it's very tough to flank a Stug 3, so it's annoying, especially because I don't have a lot of stuff that can win in a stand-up fight against the Stug 3, but I have an M5 AT gun, which is one of the best AT guns in the game, second only probably to the 17-pounder British have, I think. And also the Stug was sort of showing its side to me, so that was a good side. That's a good angle for the Stug in terms of having a deflection. Like if a shell hits the Stug, it'll tend to glance off or something at that angle. But that's a really bad angle in terms of how much do these Goliaths cost? Because I feel like sending in a Goliath to kill what? 2 infantry, like that's like excessive. Yeah, so that's a good angle for the Stug, but it's also showing its side armor, which is weaker. And so pretty much the front of the Stug is the nicest part of the Stug in terms of resisting damage, because it's really nicely sloped, and that's got the thickest armor too. So that's what you want facing. And now I'm trying to completely knock this thing out with my AT gun, but it's just not happening. It's mostly glancing off. I think I mostly got a lucky hit early on, knocking out that Stug on the first shot. That just turned out really well for me, actually. So now I'm trying to figure out where can I penetrate that vision slit at the front. I'm pretty sure that's like an actual weak point. Like I'm pretty sure it's modeled in the game that if you hit that, the Stug is fucked. But maybe not. I just hit that, I think. But in any case, it's hard to hit even if that does work. So here we see me, rifleman versus submachine gunner. Normally you'd lose this fight at this range when he crawls closer. But number 1, I direct control, and number 2, it's a Garand. The Garand being the best rifle in the game for the basic infantry. I guess the SVT-40 or the G-43 or something could potentially be better, but at least in terms of your basic infantry people, the Garand is so good. So that let me sort of rapid fire 8 shots onto that submachine gunner, and the final one hit, and so I was good. So we still have 3 points versus our opponents too. We're at 34 versus 15, so we're winning. And you notice I'm having very little luck taking this point here on the left, so now it's time to switch to the HE shells and demolish this building, which was the plan for the M8, and fuck, it's another Goliath. How many of these do they get? Luckily that was trying to kill my ally, so I don't have to worry about it. But I'm like, Jesus Christ. How many Goliaths do you get? So I've knocked down most of the wall, so I should be fairly good in terms of assaulting this point, right? There's just one last wall to knock down. And this thing's loading AP shells all of a sudden. I don't know why that is. Did the Goliath blow up? I don't know, I wasn't watching the kill messages in the upper left. So here's an assault squad. It's cheaper than a rifle squad, and I don't know, I figure all these people are gonna die in the first wave anyways. And look, it's another Stug. So knocking out the wall didn't do anything to reduce the amount of fire I'm taking, because there's still a bunch of people that are prone firing at me, but it is letting me fight back slightly effectively. If you watch their health bars, they are going down. They don't have the cover they used to have. And oh shit, it's a grenade. Run the fuck away, run, Bobby Gonzalez. I like how both Robert and Bobby are names in this game. Like, technically they're the same legal name. It's just Robert, but they put both Robert and Bobby on the list. So now I'm in a fight with the Stug, and I'm not getting lucky hits, which is bad for me because lucky hits are good for me. And I do set up the sandbags to give a bit of protection. That does help. It's going to be HE rounds that they're using. That was like a direct hit, and it knocked those guys out. And it also broke the little like things on the back of the AT gun. I'm not sure what that actually means though. Maybe you can't move it? I feel like the wheels are the things that you need to move it. I think the AT gun, you break those things and nothing happens. I don't know. If anyone knows what happens when you break those things, let me know. So now my sandbags are gone from the HE shell, so the next shot, if it hits, probably going to be bad. The Stug is moving, so that's good for me. And it looks like it's retreating. He doesn't want to try his luck. I don't know. You're not going to outrange an M5 AT gun with a Stug, so whatever. It's still fighting it out. This is probably going to be a winner. Looks like my ally, I just noticed in the upper left, lost a Sherman to an AT grenade. That's bad. I also fucked up that motorcycle, so that's good. And I've taken this point on the left, or at least I will soon. Here I'm trying to buy AT infantry, but this is a ranked game, and fucking, or not AT, tank crewman. This is a ranked game, and fucking stuff, I'm ranked like 0 because I mostly play unranked games. I can't fucking buy stuff. You need to be level whatever the hell, and I'm level 1, and I can't buy a lot of stuff. I thought it wouldn't be so bad, because they're like, oh, you'll unlock it really fast. It'll be easy. Nope, I decided it's bullshit. It's bullshit. I should be level 100. Everybody should be level 100. None of this stuff should be fucking off limits. They said they were doing it so that new players wouldn't buy units that are difficult to use or whatever and get frustrated. So just put a little thing in the menu, say, I'm not a new player, I know what the fuck I'm doing. Let me use the big boy toys. Let me use the good stuff. Give me the good shit. And that should just happen. So please, Digital Mindsoft, put that in your video game instead of making me like play a bunch of ranked matches to unlock all the like tank crewmen so I can recrew my thing. So opponent on the right has bought a tiger, and between the tiger and the stew that I'm having a fucking like shitload of trouble with, now I can say the thing that I was probably going to say much more earlier when the stew showed up, but then I instantly knocked it out, which is this map is really hard to flank on. And Germans versus the United States, you get into these shooting matches where the Germans just outmatch you, okay? There's pretty much nothing better than a Stug, except maybe a Jagdpanzer, and a Jagdpanther, and a Hetzer, in terms of just fucking sitting in the middle of the road and getting shot at for a while. If my opponent had not weirdly turned this Stug to the side for some goddamn reason, I would never have gotten this penetrating hit, even with my M5 powerful AT gun. And certainly I can't buy any American tanks to try and take it on. It looks like an M10 Wolverine just got demolished by the Tiger, because that's what happens when you can't flank on a map like this. When you just have to sort of like fire straight at the opponent. Oh no, the other Stug's been repaired. This is bad. See, when you have to fire straight at the opponent, I couldn't even get close to that Stug and try and destroy it because I would have to run straight down the street. I can't flank on the left because that's where all my enemy infantry are, and I can't flank on the right because that's where all the enemy infantry are. This map is just so tight and close in. I feel like if there were a lot more space on the left and the right, this would be a better map, and I feel like I've said that in the past about this map in Assault Squad, or maybe the original Men of War, but they don't seem to be very willing to change quite a bit about how their maps work, so I'm not sure that's going to happen. We just have to rely on modders to make awesome maps. Speaking of modders, Hazard, one of the guys behind German Soldiers mod, I think he's one of the guys behind German Soldiers mod, or maybe he just likes it a lot. Oh shit, look, there's smoke in the middle. Smoke in the middle. Anyways, he says German Soldiers mod is coming for Assault Squad 2 soon. Maybe not soon, I can't remember. But there's smoke in the middle, which I didn't notice. And smoke means fire, and specifically means artillery. And now my gun has been disabled. The gun has been disabled. Like the gun on the gun has been disabled. The barrel has been disabled. That's broken, so I'm moving it away. Also the thingies on the back, like whatever. So here, this guy's trying to run forward so I can get an AT grenade there. But there's this heavy machine gun right there. Like, it's just so narrow. There's so few methods of approach that you're in trouble. So now let's repair. But yeah, so that red smoke means they have a radio operator who can throw these little smoke grenades. He actually shoots flares from his little flare gun, and I think we'll see that later in this match. He shoots flares from his little flare gun, and then some artillery falls down a little while later. There will be more to say about the artillery radio operator eventually, but for now, Marcus Coleman, who I feel like is a Gears of War character, is throwing a grenade. Weirdly, when I made him throw that grenade, he like wiggled to the right, and so that made him throw the grenade to the right instead of where I wanted. This time I make him throw it and he doesn't wiggle, and that goes where I want it. And boom! 2 people dead thanks to Marcus Coleman and his amazing football arm throwing grenade skills. I feel like in real life you could probably throw it. Well, no, he was prone. Okay, that makes sense. Your grenade throwing abilities are probably limited when you're lying on your belly. I actually haven't tried it. Oh shit, oh shit. Smoke. Smoke, smoke, smoke. There's also smoke on the right, I noticed, but I don't really have anybody there. I have one guy, I think. Look at this. So I just lost 3 people, which is honestly not a lot to lose to artillery, but it's like, Jesus, how much of this does the opponent have? Like, where is this smoke coming from? It's like, well, how is he getting the smoke onto my people? How much smoke does he have? How does he know where? Well, I mean, I know how he knows where my people are, but you know, that's what I'm saying. So we're at 68 points, and they're at 19. So we're like 68. Yeah, that's more than halfway there, right? Because halfway there would be 62.5. So we're winning. And shit, more smoke. Fuck. I just have my 2 AT guns. Fuck, and my the Stug is killing all my shit, and I have a heavy machine gun. Run the fuck away, and here comes the artillery, and oh no, it's blowing up, and it's not killing the AT guns, luckily. So it would have killed the HMG if my HMG had been there. I finally knocked out a Stug, I guess. But there's the other Stug, and there's two Stugs, and now that one AT gun, the barrel's dead, so I should be moving it, except there's nobody there to move it, so I gotta get this guy over here. This other one, I can do nothing except fire. I did get a lucky hit there. I killed 2 of the people there, so I'm like, hey, maybe this'll work. I don't think I noticed this thing is broken yet, so I'm like, now I notice and I repair it. So maybe I can win this fight if I just keep getting some lucky shots on the Stug. Maybe if I can hit where the shell went through last time, that'll do it again, because it'll be easier to penetrate. There's just a hole there already. It's just waiting for you. So, I don't know, if the Stug doesn't get a shot... Oh no, it's knocking out that other gun. Well, you know, maybe if I repair the guns and... Oh, fuck. More smoke. Fuck. Run. Oh, wait. Stop. Repair. Get onto the gun and... Wait, no. Maybe move the shit. What's gonna happen to the... Oh, fuck. So this is like the 4th or the 5th artillery strike or something. It's... At this point, it's starting to wear down on me. My opponent doesn't have to, like... kill any of my stuff the normal way. My opponent just has to sort of run up with a radio operator, pop some smoke, and then a little while later it all explodes. So this is pretty frustrating. I'm still trying to hold this point on the left and doing, I guess, a fairly good job against, like, nothing, because my opponent's relying mostly on smoke to do the damage rather than anything else. I'm not sure what my ally is up to. My ally may have burned through all of his or her points. Remember, my ally has lost a Sherman at this point, an M4A3, which I think is one of the nicer Shermans. My ally has lost the M10 tank destroyer, and Lord knows what else my ally has lost. I have not bought anything that extravagant. I bought the M8 and the M20 and some AT guns, which are not cheap, but they're certainly not Shermans and Wolverines, if you know what I mean. And I mean they're not Shermans or Wolverines. And shit, more smoke. Get the fuck, go, get out from behind the, run away from the shit, get away. Okay, now you're safe. That looks pretty good. And just some booms. Looks like a Tiger just knocked out my ally's tank, or at least a bunch of people inside a tank. So my ally has again lost some big ticket items. This is why you don't be a big spender. I hit escape to try and cancel these sandbags. I don't know how the fuck you cancel sandbags when you're dragging them down. Maybe just, like, once you've dragged it down, you're like, no, I'm just kidding, and you give them another order. That's how I usually cancel it. I guess that's the only way. This guy's name is Jay Stewart. Great. So I bought some Marines a while ago. I can't buy a lot with my hero points because I'm fucking level 1. So Marines seem like a good choice anyways, because I want to attack the center point, and I've mostly wiped out the infantry cover there, so the Marines should not have a ton of trouble attacking. I probably shouldn't have stopped right here in the middle of the street to fire back, but I want to see how good my Marines would do in sort of anti-infantry combat. Turns out, not as well as you might have hoped if they're being attacked by like 80 people from 8 different directions, and now here comes a grenade probably, so I'm getting ready to move. Did he say Ishmael or something? I don't know what he said. Oh, they're all dead. And another grenade. Good measure. So now we're on the back foot. Our opponents do have 41 points versus our 68, but it's tough to flank on this map, so I'm having trouble with the Stugs on the left. It's tough to flank on the map. My ally's having trouble with the Tiger on the right, and my ally also seems like maybe the person who can't really handle the Tiger in normal circumstances either, seeing as he's going for Sherman's. Lost an M4A3E something 76W Sherman with his really expensive Sherman, so now my ally has lost at least 3 nice tanks. Well, 2 nice tanks and a tank destroyer. Maybe 3 nice tanks? No, 2 nice tanks and a tank destroyer at least. Versus that Sherman. I don't know what my ally is indicating here. It's not really clear to me. God love those fucking hardy strikes. Oh shit, more smoke. Get the fuck out. Run away, run. Everybody, get out of the place that you are. There's things coming down to make the boom booms, and to get out of there and maybe run forward? I don't know. Well, you're fine. That guy got blown through the building, I guess. Or what's left of the building. And yeah, my ally getting pretty frustrated with the artillery. I had neglected to send any sort of vehicle into the middle before because I was worried about the Tiger and also the Stug. When you're in the middle, anyone can attack you from any side, and it's there's often some pretty good sight lines you can get. My ally's Wolverine, for instance, was knocked out, I think, by the Tiger shooting through like a wall and a couple of tram cars or something, because it's fairly easy to penetrate a lot of stuff. Those warehouses that you see, those are tough to penetrate through because they got walls and stuff and they're thick, so an AT shell going through there is not gonna— oh shit, get them! Run the fuck! Run! There's artillery! Why don't we move away from the fuck? So that thing does like a sextuple backflip, and I lose a lot of Marines too, so that was impressive, but yeah, now I'm really echoing my allies' sentiment here. This artillery is fucking annoying, and I can't even buy a radio operator because I'm level 1 out of a million, and you gotta be level closer to a million than 1 to get a radio operator, and it's just like, what the fuck? I don't know, this is not the most enjoyable thing to play against, especially when you can't retaliate on your own. Like, imagine, hey look, there's those people behind that wall, let's just fucking pop some magic smoke over there and then we'll explode soon. It's my ally's M8. Where's my ally's M8? Oh no, M8 is not an M8 scout car. My ally bought from the hero unit menu, there's an M8 artillery piece. It's a light anti-infantry artillery piece. Looks like he was using that to support me, so that's cool. Oh shit, there's smoke on the left. Do I see it? Do I see it? I guess I don't see it. I'm fucked. I'm too busy getting a bazooka out of this M20. And because of that, I lose like a squad on the left, but there's still a guy there, so he's capping. And oh, look, more smoke. Look. Stug knocks out my M8, but that's okay, because there's more smoke here. It's just gonna fall on this. Get away. Run away. So that didn't do any backflips or front flips, but it did blow off the wheels. Okay, the destruction in this game is very impressive. The artillery, not as cool. It's also, like, kind of dumb. Like, I don't know, like, a unit who just fires smoke and then stuff explodes. Like, I don't know, that's not what's cool about Men of War. What's cool about Men of War is like combined arms and realistic penetration and stuff, and you've got the artillery on the map, where it's got to fire the shell over things, and if it hits something it'll just explode. Sort of magic artillery that just comes off map in a couple seconds, like from nowhere. I don't know how I feel about that. I really don't know how I feel. I think what would be good is if the radio operator, if the smoke he fired, instead of like calling in magic artillery from somewhere else, if artillery pieces that are already on the map could just fire on that smoke with like really good accuracy or something. So like you would mark something with smoke, and then you could call down artillery pieces that you already own, and they would do a really good job of nailing whatever at the smoke. That would make perfect sense. You wouldn't have magic artillery coming from anywhere, you would just have the smoke being used for its actual purpose, spotting for actual artillery. It would not just be an instant I win button that's got like infinite ammo and apparently not much of a reload time, especially compared to actual artillery in this game. Like something like that that's more integrated with the rest of the systems in this game would, I think, be better. As it stands, the opponent's just running around firing like pink smoke at everything and making it explode, which is not cool. I want to know what happens if you steal the flare gun that the guy is using to fire it. Whether you can also— looks like artillery also came down on the right on my ally. If you steal a flare gun, I want to know if that grants you the artillery. That would be funny. So here is a risky thing I'm doing. I'm moving this M8 forward. The Stug is in the middle though now, so I figure I'm sort of safe. And I guess something just hurt the Stug? I don't know. The Tiger just knocked out another one of my allies' tanks. That's got to be pretty much it in terms of my allies' money, right? I don't know. M8 doing some good work on the opponent. I guess I'm backing up because— oh, yep, artillery, just fucking smoke. And I'm like, I don't know, whatever. I want to capture the point, but I also don't want them to all like explode, so I leave that guy sort of on the edge. But nope, he's obliterated right before he captures the point. And it doesn't matter because we don't have the middle anymore either. And it's just like, what is this artillery? Give me a break. And boom, there's a Jagd Panther. So now I'm in serious trouble. Like, I don't know why I didn't see the Jagd Panther kill it in the first place, but I looked in the death message in the upper left, it just said explode. When I was playing this game, I had literally no idea what killed my M8. It just exploded, so I guess I wasn't paying close enough attention, because now I'm looking at it and it's clear as day that the Jagd Panther killed it, but Okay, so now, like, look, how the fuck am I supposed to kill that thing down the distance? I've got the guy who's got the bazooka, he's still alive. But there's no way I'm ever going to get a bazooka close enough to that thing to kill it, because I've got to hit it from the side or the rear. Bazooka's not going to penetrate from the front. I think our enemy stole the M10 Wolverine, that's unfortunate. There's no way I'm going to penetrate a Jagdpanzer from the front, or a Jagdpanther, whatever the fuck that is. In fact, we're going to have trouble penetrating the Tiger from the front too, and this map is just not going to let us get around to the sides unless we're owning face in the middle, in which case our opponents would probably use their massive tanks to defend the middle instead of defending the sides. So I think this kind of matchup is really unfortunate for USA versus Germans, or pretty much anybody versus Germans, because the Germans have really good tanks with really good sloping frontal armor. Maybe you can be Soviets and just be like, look, the T-34's got good frontal armor, but the thing is, like, tanks have vulnerable turrets at the top. The Tiger's got a squat little turret with good armor, so not really so much there, but like a Panzer IV or something I probably wouldn't have much trouble against. I could just blow the turret up a bunch and kill the people inside there. But the assault guns like the Stug or the Jagdpanzer, oh look, there's more artillery coming out of this final left. Well, that's the end of that. So the assault guns the Germans get are just really tough to penetrate from the front. And even if you're Soviets, yeah, I guess you could buy an Su-85 or something as the Soviets, and that could be a way to fight back. But we're not the Soviets, obviously. We're the Americans, and we don't have any tank destroyers that can stand up. We don't have any assault guns. We have tank destroyers, which have paper-thin armor, basically, and open tops. So that's kind of a sad substitute. And what we have is the M5 AT gun, just like the British have the 17-pounder AT gun, and it's not like the worst thing in the world to be stuck at the end of a street firing at a tank with the AT gun, but oh look, it's artillery. It's artillery coming in. It's not the worst thing to be stuck at the end of a street firing a really heavy AT gun at a sort of assault gun, but you are relying on luck. You do have to get a lucky penetration. My ally at this point has gone more or less insane, and is just driving an M20 straight into perdition. And look, there's the radio operator, this fucking source of all our problems, and despite an M20 exploding like right next to him, he appears to be no worse for wear, which is kind of, and the Jagdpanzer is still firing just to make it fucking serious. And look, there was the guy firing the thing. That's him doing the thing. Boom, boom. And look how far he can fucking shoot those flares. You don't have to even get close. You can shoot them like a quarter of the way across the map, and that just blows up anything that's there. So that's lame as shit. I don't like it.
Got it, sir.
I'm whining because I don't like it. But yeah, it's not the worst thing in the world to be at the other end of a road with an AT gun firing at a tank, but you do have to rely on a lucky shot. If the tank basically hits you with an HE shell, it's gonna at least knock out the people on your gun. They'll have to like recover, or eventually they'll die, and you'll have to repair the gun and stuff. So you have to basically get lucky. And yes, it's cheaper for you to buy an AT gun than it is for them to buy a tank or an assault gun or something. But still, that's not like my favorite way of playing. My favorite way of playing is, you know, go around the sides, flank them, do some cool stuff with some anti-tank infantry, or use a tank or something and drive behind them and shoot them, or use a tank destroyer and drive behind them and shoot them. And that's just not something you're going to be able to make happen on this map. So if you're playing as a faction like this, United States, that doesn't have like strong stand-up tanks from the front, against a faction like the Germans that does, try not to play on this map, I guess, is the lesson there. So our opponent's now at 95 points, we're at 68 points. It's looking pretty bad for us. There's a Tiger, there's a Stug, there's a Jagdpanzer. My allies lost all his tanks. I'm not really going to be able to take these things on. I don't really see any way forward for us at this point. I mean, I can keep trying to go forward with infantry, and the thing is, they do have to be, like, the reason the Germans excel on this sort of map when there's no flanking is because when their tanks are sort of far back with their big sloping armor and they're powerful, you can't flank them, they're really good. But the downside for that for the Germans is that if you can flank them, they're in deep shit, right? Because they don't have a turret on top that can rotate, they're too clumsy, they can't really see very well. So the thing is, you have to be very cautious with your tanks as the Germans. The Stug didn't get very close to me. Well, neither Stug, there were two Stugs. Neither Stug ever got very close to me. The Tiger is not getting very close to my opponent. The Jagdpanzer basically hasn't moved from spawn. So they can't be aggressive versus us, which means if I can find some way to get infantry up in there and take and hold positions, I mean, it's hard because the tanks are firing on me, but like if I can take the positions, the tanks will have trouble doing anything other than supporting infantry as they attack me, because the tanks can't take a leading role in the assault. That's just make themselves too vulnerable. Here I have one man, Fred Perry, here, and one man, Clarence Smith, here, and my opponent's like, well, better fucking explode the whole thing with artillery, because why the hell not? It's basically free, I just have to fire smoke, so let's make it all explode. Doesn't kill anybody, or maybe kills one person. No, I don't think it kills anybody, but whatever, it's costless. Here's Fred Perry thinking he can maybe attack the Stug. My opponent is being rightly cautious, and also Fred Perry's never going to make it, but it's at least worth a try. Nope, he gets attacked by a rifleman who walks up and kills him, so bad news for us on this tram map. My ally, I'm sure, has pretty much run out of money as soon as he sent that M20. The opponent's basically out, and so my ally drops at this point. I'm keeping my bazooka man alive. Notice, again, artillery here called in on this point to kill one person. I'm not sure it's fair to call my ally a rage-quitting noob. We've basically lost, and we've had to put up with a fair amount of shit, if you ask me. I think this is a pretty unbalanced matchup. This map, us not having a radio operator, then having a radio operator, us being US, them being Germans. I mean, you saw, like, we have 68 points. That's more than half that we need, so we were doing pretty well. I'm not sure my ally's terrible. I'm not sure my ally's great. My ally did buy a lot of tanks and get the tanks killed. I think tanks are a bad investment on this map versus Germans. When you're Americans, for obvious reasons, they're just gonna get shot from the front. And look, it's more artillery. Fuck this bullshit. And look, even more artillery. To kill this one man, we're destroying a neighborhood. To kill one man, we destroyed a neighborhood. Coming this summer. Artillery assholes. And look, even more. There's another one. There's one little shell or something. I don't know how he gets one. But maybe that's... I don't know what it is. But there you go. It explodes. So Frederick Griffin here, trying to capture this one last point. So, whatever. That's this video game. Hope you enjoyed watching it. I enjoyed playing it. It was kind of bullshit, but whatever. It's still a fun game. Take the radio people out of the game. Make them work like normal. That guy got killed by falling debris or something. That happens sometimes. Or he was walking over debris. I don't know. Some weird shit happened. Sometimes the physics in this game are funny. But that's okay, because it's much better than not having physics in the game at all. Trying to fire through this tram to kill the tank. But whatever, the end, if we look at kills, I kill a lot more infantry and tanks than my ally, so